Let's see.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Are you gonna show me a 360 of this outfit? Because that is cute. That is really cute.
Yeah.
And the reel that you put together, can I say chef's kiss? The three different
Oh, thank
outfits? Chef's
you.
kiss. Because wow, am I inspired to just like ready to wear? That's what it gave. Just give me everything on the mannequin.
Hello. All right. So I don't know what's going on with the Instagram. Am I live on Instagram?
Let me check.
Can you check?
Yes, I can check.
I know we live on YouTube and Facebook. Hey y'all, thank you for joining. Let's see.
Let's see. So I'm not seeing it that you're
It
live on
doesn't
Instagram.
say on Instagram. Oh,
Yeah, it's not saying that you're live on there.
so I'm gonna just have to do it from my phone.
Okay. Oh, like you can add it to our stream.
It was added to the stream,
Okay.
but it's not. Let me try one more thing. Y'all know I don't know technical stuff. Public next copy. I don't know. At any rate, we just gonna do it from the phone.
Yeah, that works.
But then how you gonna be on the phone?
Oh, let me see. Oh, what I was gonna ask you was, can you invite yourself to this particular stream? Like log in and
Hey
still join
y'all.
this and mute yourself?
I don't know. You know I am not tech savvy. So anyway, I'm gonna get my drinks started. You know, do I need to remove you from the thing till you get where you want to be, or you want to just be on there?
I want to be on here. I want to see how you make
Okay.
your drinks.
All right. I'm gonna start with getting my. So we did a poll on what type of drink to get started for the live. Everybody voted for a lemon drop, but I'm doing a lychee martini, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I have the Melanichi candle. Hey, Miss Yvonne, I'm doing the Melanichi. I have a Melanichi candle because a lychee martini is my favorite cocktail drink. So I looked up a recipe. I don't really know nothing about drinking for real. I looked up a recipe and I'm gonna start my live with making me a lychee martini. So y'all wish me luck. I already got my ice in my little shaker. I am joined tonight with Cece. She works with me all the time. She's been a part of the MA929 family since I'm gonna say the first fashion show in 2020, driving you wild. So there you go.
Yes.
All right. So it called for 2 shots of vodka. I got a Tito's, but we're gonna do one because I'm a lightweight. I ain't doing all that. All right. So we're gonna do one. And then it said some vermouth. I was pronouncing it wrong. I just learned how to say it. So anyway, we're gonna just do a splash of that. And then it said, oh, an ounce of lychee syrup. I tasted this already. It was pretty good. So I'm gonna do a little bit more than an ounce. I like it sweet. And then, oh, so this is the lychee fruit. So I'm gonna put some of the juice from this in there, shake it up. Oh, please don't spill. All right, we're gonna get ready for our drink. Thank you guys for joining the live. We got a lot to talk about. All right. It looked like the restaurants.
I was just about to say, fashionista, barista, you got it
Right?
all.
All right. And then we got to add the lychee. Ah, the bartender, period. Hey, Crystal. All
Yes, well,
right.
that
So
looks
I just made
good.
the lychee martini for our live. Okay. So what I wanted to get into was just like a recap of my 2025 year, all the things that I've learned, the good, the bad, the ugly. And sometimes I can't remember everything. So it was important to have somebody to have feedback on and somebody that you can get a different perspective on. Now I'm going to get you some wine. Get you some wine. Thank you. Yes, this is the new denim collection that's coming out. So it looks like denim, but it's athleisure wear. But anyway, I want to talk to y'all about all of those things. So I'll get into it. But you know what, Shanice? My
Yes.
notes is on that phone. I couldn't figure out, like, my live wasn't working with my StreamYard. So I had to get on my phone and do it. But now my notes is on that phone. What we gonna
Can
do?
you send it to your?
But I don't know how to do all that. So anyway, y'all, this is Cece. She, like I said, she's been around since 2020. So if you don't mind, in a minute she's gonna get in some good light. But if you don't mind, tell the people how you came to know Marie Antoinette, um, your thoughts on the brand. She's a huge supporter if you don't already know why you feel the need to be so supportive, or just tell us about yourself and your thoughts.
Okay, so the first time I was introduced to Marie Antoinette was in 2020 when you did Driving You Wild. That was the very first time I got to experience you in all your glory. And that's what actually inspired me to follow you and just, you were just such an inspiration, just seeing how well put together everything was. Everything was just so thoughtful, so laid out. And I'm going to tell you why I was so amazed probably later on in this live. But after going to that fashion show, I was like, wow, like you're truly showing that anything is possible if you just believe. You just have to believe enough in yourself to execute, block out the noise, and just tunnel vision and just lock in. And once I saw how amazing that show was, I was like, you know what? I need a healthy dose of inspiration in my life. So I'm going to follow this account. Then you always comes just sharing just gems about what you're doing, why you're doing it, what's motivating you. And that allowed me to just buy into the brand because honestly, it's just more than fashion.
Mm.
It's about just believing in yourself, finding your purpose and staying aligned in your purpose while still not looking like what you're going through.
Oh, thank you. Look, are you able to be on here and then get on the Instagram live? I sent an invite because I think you're showing in Facebook and YouTube, but you're not showing on the Instagram. Can you hear
So
me?
let me go out and come back in to see if it will update it for me.
I think just join the Instagram live.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
do that.
Hey, Karen. Thank you for joining. It's always going to be some technical stuff when it come to me. That's why I need help. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do my good evening. I want to do my first giveaway. Let's see. Whoever's in the live, just tell me like the first time that you came aware of MA929 and your connection with the brand, and what was your first piece that you um, got from the collection? What collection that you get, or what did you purchase? Why can't she join? Hmm. All right, so the lessons. I'm not sure what's going on with the connection on the other side, but we'll see when Shanice get back in here. So some of the lessons I learned in 2025, it was a lot. I kicked off 2025 with the Melanin in Motion. And if you don't remember what that was all about celebrating all shades of Black and brown people. Um, I have to give thanks to the Pretty Girl Sweat. Oh, yes, I did meet you at Pretty Girls Sweat. I see you, Karen. Okay, gotcha. So the kickoff was Melanin in Motion, and that was all about celebrating all shades of Black and brown people. That whole collection stemmed from the coffee table book, Melanin, A Beautiful Response to Colorism, which was all about, women talking about the shade that they were in, stemming from me just being a younger girl, being told you're pretty to be dark skinned and stuff like that. And so I wanted to celebrate all shades of Black and brown women by unifying us with the melanin chemical structure. So we kicked off Melanin in Motion. And from there, I started to learn, like, I had been doing like big productions and stuff like that. But I learned with that collection that, not with that collection, from that experience, that it was important to get your brand in front of strangers. Like, Shanice, I don't know what's going on. I keep adding you. Let's see. That it was important to get your brand in front of strangers, because sometimes, like, you may know people and you might have this expectation that people are gonna people that that gonna automatically support you, and that's just not how it goes in business. That was a lesson learned earlier on, but like, as I started to grow, I really learned you have to get in front of strangers. So that was a big lesson I learned in 2025. I also learned personally for myself that I'm the type of person that desires balance in all relationships. Friendship, romantic relationship, business relationships, it doesn't matter. I need reciprocity. And so if I don't have that, I know the relationship is not going to work. And so I didn't understand initially what that, like, I didn't have the language on, like, why did I feel the way that I felt, but that's just what it was. I'm a Libra. I'm all about balance. So I need balance in a relationship. And that was important, a good lesson for me, because I knew moving forward what my expectations was out of any type of relationship or partnership. Um, I also learned that it's important to, people say, like, in business, oh, this is just business. Like, that's just business. But when you have something that you birthed for a long time, it's like your child. And so in situations like that, you're going to take business personal. And that's just is what it is. Like, if somebody is being flawed towards you, or you feel like somebody trying to finesse you or be slick, you're gonna take it personal. But what I learned too is that being the creative that I am, I need a business person. Like when you are very creative and you into designing things or whatever your artistry is, it's hard to try to do both. And initially you do start doing both because you may not have the finances to hire somebody to do that kind of stuff, but you do need somebody who is a business mind that believes in your brand, want to push your brand forward, but they're not emotionally invested like you are, so they can have difficult conversations or not be so emotionally tied to it. I don't I don't know what's going on, CC.
Instagram is being a player hater. Instagram is not allowing me to even send the request. So I'm
Oh,
back here.
okay. So that's fine. So we were talking about the lessons that I've learned as far as in 2025 and in business. And I can't remember what's the last question I asked you because we was already we've been having so many technical issues.
The last question I answered, we were just talking about how I became introduced to the brand, how we met, my first experience of you.
Okay. Yes. Were there any lessons for you working with the brand that you learned or you figured that you would do things differently?
I hope that anybody that wants to work with you in the future is going to listen to the sound of my voice. The very first time I actually worked with, okay, not even worked with you, to audition with you, it felt like America's Next Top Model, where you were going to different go-sees, and if you didn't get there on time, you were going to get points deducted or you're going to get cut.
Right.
Because I remember parking in Atlanta looking for the casting location. And they said, yes, you're in the right place, but you have to park here. Then you need to go in the back. You'll see some gravel, go through the gate, and then you'll see the building. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes left. All I heard was, I heard if you're not on time, you're not gonna make it. So the girls are running to the building. I'm like, oh, I had to put a little pep in my step. And it's just so funny because that first just thought of auditioning and knowing that punctuality is a thing for this creator, that literally set the tone for any other time that I've worked with you, because you let a lot of things go. But punctuality, there may not be an attitude, but there is definitely that elephant in the room, like
You relate.
time is money, you relate. I'm going to let
You
it
know
go.
how
Just
I
give me
feel
a
about
second.
time? I think I've been around too many people that were late and they have this thing like when I see somebody late for something else and they like, oh, they'll be all right. I think that's disrespectful. So when I feel like people like habitual late people, I feel like that's how you're thinking. And then I feel like, oh, you disrespectful. So and if we are doing casting or whatever in the studio, I'm paying for the time. I ain't got time for you to be late. You need to be there on time. Like I don't have time for that. Get there on time because that tells you being on time tells me a lot about what I need to know about
Yes,
you. So
yes.
it's like we're starting off on the wrong foot as far as mutual respect. If this is the time, I need you to be there on time. Yes. So I also had briefly went into the melanin emotion because that's where we started. Any thoughts on that just to get you up to speed on those parts? Yes, time is crucial.
Yes, time is really money. Melanie Emotion. So behind the scenes, let me just go ahead and say this. I am not one that sits by the water cooler. I like to see what you have going on behind the scenes, because there's always a behind the scenes. And I
Hmm.
feel like that's where the magic is. So I just like to see how your thoughts and your ideas are executed. And I love just seeing you pivot when things don't go seamlessly or as planned. But as far as casting, I think you've gotten so much better with the models. As someone that has been with you for a while, it's a lot being with that many women at a time. I know we're talking
Yes,
specifically about melanin in motion, but I want to go back to Sapphire Diamonds for the OGs that's been following you. Sapphire Diamonds has had a lot going on behind the scenes, and I think the cherry on top for me, and I wasn't even a creator, I just wasn't even thinking that. I was like, "Are you ladies complaining?
yes,
All you have to do is show up, be beautiful, and wear the garment, and you're complaining." I was like, "This is
yeah. And they
ungratefulness at its
complained. They
finest."
complained in some. It was some complaining in Melanin in Motion, not Melanin in Motion, Melanin, the coffee table book, and it's just
Yes,
like it's okay. You can complain, but I'm never going to work with you again. Like let's just put it right there. Like I'm never going to work with you again. You can be displeased at whatever it is you are displeased at. Although you are fed, makeup is provided, hair is provided, your high quality photos are provided for you.
yes.
So you can complain, but I'm never going to work with you again, and that's okay. Like I try my best for everybody to be comfortable. I try to treat everybody as if they are celebrities. Like I don't believe in like treating celebrity or whatever better than somebody. I treat everybody like that. And so when
Right.
I heard that, yeah, that pissed me off. That did piss me off. It did, but hey, it's fine.
You live
Just
and
move
you learn.
on.
You live and you learn,
Hmm.
and I will attest to that. You may not speak on it, but you probably won't see that model in another project. You
Yeah,
just won't. And
yeah.
honestly, I feel like that's a good thing. I blame you though, because I feel like when people meet you, you just give them this sense of empowerment and a stake in the idea that they feel like their opinion sways decisions. And it's just like, no, I just want
But
you to
you
be
know what?
involved.
Because I'm all about collaboration. I try my hardest not to be a micromanager, not to listen to people because I feel like the only way you can lead a team is if you know how to follow and support. If you don't know how to be a supporter and follow, then how can you lead? So, I am, oh, happy birthday. How can you lead in a situation like that? So I'm always open because you know what it remind me of? In school, in like middle school, elementary, or whatever, sometimes you couldn't learn something from your teacher, but you could learn from your classmate.
Yes.
So it kind of reminds me of that. Like, if somebody has a easier or better way, I'm not above listening. And
Okay.
it may make your job easier. So if I tell you this is the goal, this is what we're trying to accomplish, or this is what we're trying to do, if you have a suggestion on how to make that easier, fine. Now, if I see holes in the suggestion, I'm gonna say something. Like
Yes.
that's just like, but I try to listen, but when I see that it might be going in the wrong direction, then I step in, which may be unfair to the person because maybe they felt like, oh, I got this, and now they rudely awakened when I
Yes.
flipped the switch. So maybe I don't know. It might be my fault, might not. I'm not sure. Um, Another thing that I learned lesson in 2025 is visibility does not equal conversions. So I don't care if 100,000 people see your stuff. Don't mean they gonna buy, child. They not. They don't mean they gonna buy. Like the very thing that I didn't want to do or don't want to do, which is get on camera and do all of the things. That's what's important. Like you have to connect. I feel like I connect better in person. For me, it feels unnatural getting on the camera, talking to the camera because there's not a person in front of me. That's just the honest to God truth. It doesn't feel natural to me. And so I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I recently just learned like separating my Marie Antoinette from the MA929. And like that was an aha moment for me, finally, because I felt like it was all twisted. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to say this, or like my personality may be a certain way, and I don't want to affect the brand. And it's just like, and someone told me they're separate. The MA929 is this, Marie Antoinette is the person or the influencer of the brand. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So like it started to click. So that was another big lesson that I learned in 2025. And the biggest one is sometimes you outgrow systems or the way things used to be. Like as you grow, and I'm big on being punctual. As I've grown, I just ain't leaning on nothing else. Like if it's not in aligning and it's not working out, it's just a no for me, dog. Like I just
No,
can't
for
do
real.
it.
And because it creates more headaches in the long run if you're not
Yes,
taking notes of the red flags. Because honestly, going back to the punctuality thing, right? If you are reckless or careless with my time, what are you going to do when I start investing more time and energy and adding you to projects? Like you said, you're paying for studio space, you're paying for the makeup artist, paying for the hair artist.
right,
Then now I can't pay for 5 minutes for studio time. I have to pay for the entire hour block. So now either you're rushing through hair and makeup, rushing through your portion of the project, and then you're leaving me like, what if I need that extra time with you?
right,
You know? So then I really can't count on you if you're just careless with just my time. Simply.
right.
I can't really lean on you like that.
So this is when you mentioned behind the scenes. This was a question I had for you, Shanice. For those of you who are just joining, I have Cece, Shanice, who I've worked with for a long time. We had some technical issues, and you may can't see her on Instagram, but we're also on Facebook and YouTube. So she's there. I hope you can hear her. But we're just talking, recapping 2025, and it's also a giveaway. So that's what's going on. So if you hear another voice, that's what that is. If you want to join on YouTube so you get a better experience, it's at Marie Antoinette 929. So, what's something people would never guess about what goes into this brand?
So I don't think people know how much time and attention to detail. Hold on, how can I word this? I don't think people know that you consider everybody.
Mm,
I had to sit there. So I was thinking about you as a person and then you as a brand. And as a person, I realized that you take notes. You look at the way people move. You look at how their likes, their dislikes, what their cadence is when they're in a mood. And then it's the same thing with the clothes. How is it gonna, if it's gonna fit this petite person, how is it gonna fit my curvier person? Well, the
mhm,
petite person has this issue, but the curvy person may not. But the person in the middle may have a little bit. I just love how even when we're working the pop-ups and you're explaining how you've enhanced the design, like for instance, your melanin art band. They are triple stitched because you don't want them to roll down when people are working out. But then you're like, man, it really snatches the waist in. So now you guys are gonna have to go up a size. But then you're like, I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to have to make you do all this mental work just to be confident in your purchase. So you
mhm,
go in and you redesign the band and it's like nothing happened. I love how your attention to detail. I love how you consider everyone. I love how you want this set to fit and feel the same and give off the same experience to everyone, even though they may look different in it.
mhm.
So
Yes, that's real, and that's why I be up all night and can't make a decision. And I like another thing people may not know. Like I have like a little focus group. I have a group. What? Let me stop looking at the comments. I have a focus group of people that I ask questions to, like I'll have a sample and it's like, what y'all think about this? Or I'll just submit something out. I won't tell them like where I'm going with it. And I'll just say, let me know your thoughts on this because I want to see, do they make the connection of what I did? Like, did it translate well? So that's another thing that I do that people may not know. All right. Anything else to add to that? Because we're about to play a little game. Shanice.
let me see. Something else that I've noticed. So we spoke about punctuality, spoke about your attention to detail. No, I don't think I have anything to add. I feel like we can circle back if I think of anything.
Okay. So here's a giveaway. She said she want to be on the focus group. Right. All right. Which year? So Karen, you already won something because you already participated in the first giveaway. So don't respond. So which year did MA929 launch its first purpose-driven collection. I'll let y'all meddle on that, and that's that. Should I type the question in here? That's doing too much. I ain't got time. I get confused. All right.
Not I get confused.
So, if MA929 had a superpower, what would it be? Anybody can answer this too in the chats.
If MA nine
If
two nine had a
MA929, yeah, had a
superpower,
superpower, what would it be?
okay, so if MA 929 had a superpower, it would be helping people get their pink back. I hope that makes sense.
Getting there what?
Their pink back.
What
So,
is that?
okay, so I'm a mom of too many, right?
Okay.
So they say that when a flamingo gives birth, she loses all her pink. And it
Oh,
takes about 2 years for her to get her pink back and her feathers. And it just symbolizes how moms have to die and then give birth to themselves again after giving birth, and it takes about 2 years for you to feel like yourself, and
well,
you're
that's
not
real
even
birth. That's regular birth, human birth.
yes. So it's like they're like, well, to me, when it was explained to me, it's like you're not gonna feel the same way because you're not the same person. But at that 24-month mark, you will feel like you've returned to who you were. And if
Mhm.
you are not exactly that person, you at least have that sense of home. So they call it getting your pink back. And I say that MA929 helps me get their pink back because you have people that are working out, whether they're just trying to maintain their health, they're trying to get in shape, whether they need it for their mental health to look and feel good. Even though it's an leisure brand, I lean in on the leisure side sometimes because I want something that provides comfort, something that provides confidence, and something that's versatile and flexible. Because I'm not a monolith. I
Mhm.
start off the day as a mom, then I'm an employee, then I'm a daughter, then I'm a friend, and then I'm back to being a mom, then I'm a customer, and
Are you a
I
wife?
don't, and I'm a
Gotta be
wife,
cute
I'm
for
a
the missus.
sister. Yes, so, like even this, right?
Period. Yes.
He's like, this is so sexy, but I'm like, you wouldn't even know that I could go work out in this. We can literally go to date night right now if he wanted to. And I love the versatility because I don't have the leisure or the luxury of going home and changing my entire outfit. I can do
Mhm.
the outerwear. I can throw on
Mhm.
a jacket, change my shoes really fast, and it just allows me. And no matter what point of my day, when I walk past the mirror or I walk past just a big window and I see my reflection, it's like, girl, you look good. You know,
Period.
like you look good, you feel good, and it's like that's bare minimum for me. I need
Yeah.
to look good. I want people to see that I tried today, and that's what I love about the brand because every piece looks like you tried. It's not
Mm.
just you don't look comfortable going out the house. It's not your
Mhm.
typical sweatpants, it's not your typical leggings. It has details and the details mean something. So someone's
Mhm.
like, oh, that's cute. What's that written on your waistband? I'm like, girl, that's the carbon chain link for melanin.
Mm.
Do you know your chemical structure? And it's
Right.
a conversation piece. I just love that it's more than just fashion. It's
Yeah.
literally more than just fashion. So that's my
Yes.
take.
Awesome. Okay. We got another little game up. This fast thinking. Okay. Uh, fashion show or pop up?
Pop up, pop, pop up,
I
pop up.
want to say the superpower is storytelling through the brand. Yes, I
Yes.
love. Let me tell y'all something about storytelling in me. So when I was a little girl, I would go to my grandma's house, and my biological dad would be there, and he would tell the best stories. And I used to always say, "Tell me a story," and he'll go making up some crazy stuff, but I was like all in. Or like when my mom worked at the nursing home, and uh it would be like elderly people that I would volunteer like 7, 8, 9, like when she need to bring her daughter to work day. And like the elderly people that would tell me stories from back in their day, I was just always so intrigued. So I love, love, love storytelling. This is why I included the documentary at the last fashion show. This is why everything has a story behind it. Like, tell me a story because I want to know, like, what happened. I want to know, like, your life or your experiences. I'm always just so fascinated by storytelling, and that's why that's such a big part of my brand. Like that will never change. Like I love the storytelling. Okay, this person also said pop up over a fashion show. We got to get you to one of the fashion shows whenever I do another one. Why you say pop up, Shanice?
You know, the beautiful thing about being here for so long is that I've worn so many hats. But being in the passion show. See, look, I'm all tongue tied already. Working as a model versus assisting on set or being your assistant or whatever you need backstage. I'd rather be a model, but even that can be a little bit tense. So pop up. I think we have a strategy. It's you, myself, and whomever else is going to work with us that day. We have a plan. If they deviate, it's easier to get back on one accord.
Right.
With the fashion show, there's so many moving parts that you have to pivot at every step because you're most times you have an upwards of 10 models. That's not including vendors. It's not including customers. That's not including
Yes, Mason, that's a great idea.
whomever else. So it's like you have to keep fostering relationships. Not change, but you have to meet people where they are. And at a fashion show, it's so busy behind the scenes that sometimes I don't really have a moment for your meltdown. I actually have to prevent you from finding Marie. So please, whatever you do not ask me for her. I cannot tell you where she is. Just put your request in this box. And I may or may not text her. And then it's like, I don't know how long
It's a
people in your life
lot.
have been here. But then you have the models. Sometimes they get beside themselves. You have vendors that get beside themselves. And it's like I'm not even the designer and I'm not even catching 10% of the stress. But if this is an inclination as to what you're dealing with, no, you cannot talk to her. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Whatever you think
You
is
know what the
important can
thing
wait.
is? I feel like it's so much that goes into it. And the importance of team building. Me and Mason, who is my esthetician, who's on the Instagram live, we talk about this all the time. First of all, she's amazing at what she does. So she do facials, lashes, all that. So Aesthetic Spa, y'all, in Stone Mountain. Go check it out. I'm telling you, you ain't going nowhere. But anyway, we talk about team building all the time, and it's so hard. Like to deal with stuff like that, you need a strong team. Like you need people that are there, not necessarily for you like me, but for the brand. You need to see
Yes.
MA929 as a thing, and you want to push that forward. But sometimes so many people count in your pockets. They worry about the wrong thing. They count in your pockets, or they're there to get where they want to go. And there's nothing wrong with growth. Like I support that. Like if I work with somebody and they have these other goals and aspirations, I support that. But it's like don't try to use me or just siphon what you want to get out of me to go try to replicate.
Yes.
Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so hard to build that team, that support. We all got a goal and you want to push it forward. I always say, like you and Alexis, I don't know where she at. You guys have still to this day are the two that have, I feel like, keep the brand pushing forward. Like you see the vision of it. I don't really feel like you're there to get what you're gonna get out of it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't feel that. And then so many times you work with people, that's all it is. And so you don't know who to trust. And it's just like, get out the way, I'll do it. Like I'd rather just do it. I'd rather just move. So fashion shows are very hard, but guess what? The people have keep asking for one.
And I'm happy for the people.
Yeah. You have for the people, but you ain't backstage.
I am backstage. I'm backstage. And now that I have more knowledge and I have learned how to namaste in real time, I'm ready. I'm ready. I was just letting you know now. I'm gonna be so good. We're not gonna get blocked by any more vendors.
Okay. Big drop or micro additions or small additions to previous collections?
Mm, both.
No, no, you gotta pick one. Is this or that?
Okay, so I like micro additions because it allows me to put my pieces together, but I like big drops because it's like Christmas, you know?
You gotta pick one.
Micro.
Okay. Okay. You look like you regret that answer.
I do.
You say both of them. No.
I like both. It surprise me. Just what do you feel like doing this quarter?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. So when people, I'm gonna tell you a little pet peeve of mine. When somebody say, "Oh, that's old," I think ain't nothing I got old. Like, don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. I understand what other fashion is saying, but the work and construction that goes into a garment is not old. It's not old, and you gonna wear this again. That's why I'm gonna the collection never get old. You just I'm gonna add other stuff because it always means something. You can always support a survivor of domestic violence or SA. You
You
can
know what?
always celebrate Melanie.
After working in so many pop-ups, you and I can tell when someone is chasing fast fashion over
Yes,
someone that's filling in the gaps in their closet.
right,
We can almost always tell. Not saying that we're shying away from either customer,
right,
but it's almost like you have to
exactly.
show them the quality because they're not used to quality. It's so foreign to them. They think it's a scam. But when I
Hmm.
tell you that I'm re-wearing these same leggings from 2 summers ago, you should believe me.
Yeah,
Like the very first athleisure set I got was the black with the cutout top with the
yeah.
biker shorts.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's been almost 2 years. Probably have been 2 years. And I don't even have, those little lint balls you get when you order from Shein and Temu.
Don't bring
I don't.
nobody else up.
No, I'm
Okay.
just saying like from the other stores.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't get that, and it's like that's worth investing in because
Right.
I don't always want to have to turn around and buy new clothes. I want to be able,
Hmm.
like you said, to add to it so I can make it versatile. I can
Right.
make it dress it up, make it casual, but I don't necessarily want to buy an entirely new wardrobe every time to do something.
Exactly. Okay. Let me do another this or that. Let me think. Mm, can't think of another one. I don't know. So, what's coming next? We're already at 8:43. I was only supposed to be on here 30 minutes, but with all the technical stuff, Lord have mercy. Okay. So, what's coming next, you guys, is, and I've talked about this for the last couple months, but I'm so excited about it, is the friendship collection. Is what I'm wearing now. So, it looks
And
like
it's so
denim.
cute.
It looks like denim, but it's athleisure wear. Yep. Wait. Let me rewind. I mentioned this earlier in the live. Y'all see this necklace?
That is so cute.
This is the Chino necklace, the carbon chain of melanin. That is coming very soon. I love it. I've been wearing it like just to see, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I think it's gonna be probably like $35.
That is
Great price.
beautiful.
It's stainless steel, and then it's coated in the gold. So shouldn't have no allergy issues. So anyway, what's coming next is the friendship collection, and let me tell you why. I named it the friendship collection. So everybody probably has had their share of a big fallout with their homegirl, right? That happens all the time. And I just wanted, if you haven't noticed with all my collections, I like to flip the narrative on stigmas or whatever is happening. And so honestly, how I start, I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I don't be wanting to bring people name up, but I'm gonna just say this is the truth. You remember when B Simone and her friend and all that happened with the podcast and they fell out and then she started another podcast, said try this again and all the things. I don't know what happened. I just remember reading about different stuff. I don't really know all the details. But it just reminded me of fallouts with myself and friends. And I remember thinking we will give a romantic partner 100 chances.
Yes.
over and over and over again. We'll give them chances. But when it's our home girl, we're done with her. And it can be, I'm not talking about like big offenses. You know, there's certain things that you just can't fool with nobody no more. You can't come back from. But I just, at the same time, I feel like even if that's the case, why those standards are not held for your romantic partner either. Like sometimes they do stuff you can't come back from. You right there. You're still there trying to figure it out. And so you don't do that for your homegirls. And so I wanted to not talk about that, but highlight good friendships because, you know, women have this reputation of being catty or like we can't get along and we can't support each other. And when I start thinking about my real friends, that's the furthest from the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have friends, sisters, just people I've met that I know got my back 100%. And so that's how the friendship collection came. I chose denim as a look for it because I try to think about what type of clothes. Friendship is a bond; it ain't going nowhere. What type of clothes represent that? And jeans. So that's how I thought about that. Like a good pair of jeans, they never fade, and that's how I feel about good friendships. That you don't fade, you strong, you there, y'all locked in.
You
So
may put them in a closet for a while and not wear them for a little bit,
right,
but you
but
may
they ain't
take them
going
back out.
nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and guess what you said when you put these my favorite jeans. That's
Yes.
just like if you ain't talked to her on the phone in a while, but y'all pick up where you left off. And so
Yes.
that's what this symbolizes and signifies. Like, thank you. That's what this collection means. And so we'll be doing a campaign. I actually already have it. Like, I want to sell it right now to y'all, but I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to drop it March 1st for Women's History Month,
Oh,
right?
that's so thoughtful. Yes.
I was thinking about doing Galentine in February, but I love to do melanin again in Black History Month, and I don't
Yes.
want the collection to overpower that. So March is coming. What I think I'm gonna do is the ones that are like amazing supporters of MA929. They probably gonna get theirs first. It's right here in my house. I got it right
You
now.
said I have it.
I have it. In my house. Yeah, I was gonna do Galentine, but I don't want to overshadow yeah, yeah, it's already. So it's gonna be March. But I think the ones that's like I gotta get mine first. You know, I got some customers that is spoiled, Mason. They spoiled, they want to get theirs off top. I think I'm gonna honor that. But that's what this collection is about. I can't wait to show y'all all the pieces. This is some of it. I even stitched the leggings like you know how denim have like a brown stitch, pockets, all of the things. So I'm excited about that. Thoughts, Shanice?
My thoughts are, can I get it tomorrow? Because when I entered this live, you fooled me. I thought we were gonna, wear something I've seen before. I thought this
Oh,
friendship collection was not gonna be on your body, and here you are looking gorgeous, and I'm already planning what I need. You know?
oh my God. Yeah, it's gonna be real cute.
I
So
love what I've seen
those
so
of you
far.
who are new, this is not about trying to tell you anything. This is about understanding what my brand is about. You can follow me, not to follow, subscribe, child. Subscribe on YouTube at Marie Antoinette 929. The website is ma929.com. And that's it. And I don't know what else to say. We missing anything?
Yes, we asked me a lot of questions throughout this live, but
Oh,
as the CEO, the founder, the visionary, the creative director, the woman, the jack of all trades, right?
uh-huh.
We spoke a lot about punctuality. And I feel like when we have non-negotiables like punctuality, there's a story behind it. And it's not just that you're wasting my time. Who showed you that they didn't appreciate your time? Because I need the people
You
to
want a
understand.
name?
I need to call them names, okay?
You
Because
messy.
oh, now I met. They have made life insufferable for us. That listen, I'm so afraid of being late that even if I know I may make it within like that 5 minute frame. But baby, I am texting you 30 minutes ahead of time because I need
I'm
you
gonna
to.
tell you where the punctuality. I'm gonna tell you that it didn't start from MA 929. So those of you who do not know, I have been a nurse. I started nursing in 2007, and I went back to school and I started doing anesthesia. I've been doing that 13 to 14 years, right? When I was a nurse and I worked night shift, because I was on time, but I wasn't as punctual as I was, right? If I had to be somewhere at 7 a.m., I'm probably gonna get there at 7:05. Well, when I was a night shift nurse and I was ready to go home, and that
Mm-hmm.
morning nurse strolling in with her coffee and help a cat, I'm ready to get up out of here. No, I said I will never do this to another person again because I used to have to try to get home. You late, I still got to give you report, which means I'm not probably getting out of here by the time I walk to the garage 7:30, 7:45, and my shift was over at 7.
Yes.
I said to myself, I will never do that. And the fact that I'm never going to, as long as I can prevent it, but that I'm not going to do that to somebody, you can't do that to me. Like, I'm going to respect your time. You can't do that to me. So I think that's where I got so strong in being on time. Like, I don't want to waste nobody's time. And I value everybody's time. Like, I don't want to do that because they used to piss me off real bad.
And
Strolling in.
I want to tell the people how serious you are about this, right? So, is this if
He
you
said the
guys want to
person messed it
know?
up for everybody. They did.
Yes, because when we were shooting for the Melanin, the coffee table book, it was a blizzard, okay? And I want y'all to know that it was a real blizzard in the South, and a lot of people have not dealt with snow. But I remember distinctly, I was like, I need to trot up this hill because we may not come back from this if I don't make it. But you were on the phone, you're like, I'm here. I was able to make it. There are other models here, so I know it's possible. So if you're going to be late, don't even worry about it. But the eerie thing about it was you didn't have any attitude. It was no anima. It was like, oh, you can't do it, forget it. I'm not gonna pull teeth, but I'm also not gonna wait on you. And I was like, damn, 4 models down. This is not. But I understood because
Yeah.
it's like, I left my home. I had my daughter. I left
You
her. I
have
got
to
up early in the morning.
prepare. And that's
So
the thing
yes,
too. Like I've been a single mom. I have a daughter. Like I I just value people time. And I'm not gonna play with it. And you're not gonna play with mine. And I'm not mad. It's just not gonna work. That's it. It's not gonna work. You don't value my time, I'm out of here. That's it. Or you're out of here.
and I just keep saying it because everyone that's saying, "Oh my goodness, you should do another fashion show," that comes with casting, and some of you are gonna want to try out. And if I'm at the front and you check in late, I'm gonna tell on you because you know
Mhm.
what? When I'm late, I have to go ahead and give
You
report too.
said I'm gonna tell on you.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
Yeah, no, I just don't want I can't. I can't. Or, another pet peeve of mine is like if I have to ask you a question to find out that there's a new result.
Ooh,
I need
yes,
transparency. I need you to I need you to give me the grace enough to know that I'm a reasonable person. That's what
yes,
I that's what I don't like what people strip away from me because you already think I'm gonna be a certain way. But when you try to hide it and lie or try to manipulate a situation, I know you're lying. Like me and God got a direct communication line.
I got a
He
story for that
drops
too,
it in
guys.
my soul when I know that you're not being honest. So I already know. So just be transparent. It's not honesty, it's transparency. Tell
Yes,
me up front, look, this what's going on. How you want to, because I might can help figure out how we need to fix it. You may have run into a problem that you don't know how to fix for real, but I may or may have dealt with it already. So give me the opportunity first. Don't try to just let me hide this. No, because then when I find out, that's a problem.
yes.
That's just it. Is
And
that
I'll
all?
let the people know you keep receipts. No, I have a few questions. Okay.
She said, I keep receipts, y'all.
She does. I'm telling you, it's all up here too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have lots of questions. Okay, so
Okay,
where do I
ask
start?
away. Ask away.
You
I
pour
wish
a
I
lot
could
into
be
the
on this
people that you work
Instagram.
with. Me too. You pour a
Mm.
lot into the people that you work with. You pour a lot into the people that you just make connections with. How do you feel when you feel like they're not also filling up your cup? And how
Yeah,
do you
it's
move from
disappointing.
that?
It's disappointing, but I think you was off the live when I talked about that. I just have found a way, like, let me bow out gracefully.
Yes.
Like I talked about having balance in any type of relationship. And so it's not that I'm a natural nurturer, like, or a natural person. When you are telling me, you may not even be telling me a problem for me to help you. You could be just venting. But the way I'm set up and like how my mama was, just how I was raised and probably being a nurse, I'm trying to process how I can help you. And so I'm not helping you for you to do something back for me. But what has happened in the past is I start itching and I don't know why, right? Like I'm just like something about this person just like I don't know what it is. And then I realize you never help anybody. It's not even me. I've watched your behavior and when did you ever give to anybody else? And so that's when I talk about takers. So
Yes.
then it dawns on me. So when I'm initially helping or doing whatever that I feel like I can help you with, if it does, it don't hurt me, then I start to realize you only want to take. That's how I see. It may not be true from your perspective, but that's how I view you. If I don't see you do anything for anybody ever, so it's just like, is this only for you to take? So I just end up moving on and I bow out because I'm not trying to fall out because I did what I did from the heart, but it's just like I see you, so let me pump the
Yes.
brakes. I can't help you no more. Hmm.
All right, my last one.
Okay.
Name a moment on set that there was like, I don't want to say drama, right? But things didn't go according to plan or there was a debacle. And how did you pivot? See, because like I said, I tried to block you, but people can get to you. There's a lot of people that seek your attention. You've done countless shows, countless documentaries, photo shoots. What is one instance it was like, oh no, this really grinding my gears. Like it's not happening
You
anymore.
remember? I know something. Now this was bad. I don't know. Was you there yet? I hope you weren't late. So, so you remember when we did the podcast for Melanin, and
No, I was not late.
the host of the studio went off. You remember?
Yes. Yes.
Y'all, this lady, I can't remember even all what happened, but she didn't go off on me. She went off on somebody else there that was like part of the team or production, whatever. And all I heard her say, y'all can get the F out. And I'm like thinking to myself, girl, we is not going to a we finna film. So we're gonna have to figure this out. we ain't changing. We're here.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Like she was screaming and crying. And I just remember that wasn't a place for me to flex my muscle. That wasn't a
Yeah.
time. I had to like go calm her down. And
Yes.
so I was trying to offer her food, drink, what do we need to do? What happened? Just kind of get to the bottom of it. And she was actually very tearful. And she explained to me that she had a traumatic situation in that studio before where somebody like tried to rob her or something.
Oh, okay.
And so like it was like a trauma response, I guess. And that was really bad. But because the whole time I'm thinking, we're not going nowhere though. We're gonna have to figure this out.
I've
I
already
done
made the
paid you.
necessary arrangements.
I done paid you. Everybody's here. Everybody done been paid. We got to figure this out. But that was a time that I definitely had to pivot. I mean, if she'd have called the cops, I don't know what would have happened at that point. But that was not. I don't. It's so many things that not happened. Can you think of anything specifically?
So I can think of a lot of things. I think for me, just filtering what is appropriate, because I may see these people again and I don't want them to have you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yes, I do. Do you remember that fashion show? Oh Lord.
Don't say no names. I know what you're talking
No,
about.
I don't even know any names.
Oh,
But a slew of people tried to come in without paying their dues. That ruffled my feathers.
which fashion show? Because that happened at
Ur- urban streetwear.
I
Streetwear.
wasn't there, but I heard about it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. As a matter of fact, it was so many things that happened there, but that, to me, that's what stood out because it's like, when did we stop having common sense?
Yeah.
There's no way that if you're participating in something, someone that you know is participating in something, and they're inviting you and they're telling you there are tickets, and there are people in the front, that you thought that there wasn't some kind of process to get in. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that access was not free. Like, why
Yeah.
was there a disconnect? Was it because we didn't talk to our contractor at the time? Were we not clear? But I feel like we are very clear
Right.
because you always do like a competition. You know, who produces the best results, they also get an additional incentive. So to me,
Mhm.
it was like, you tried it. You really tried it.
Well,
Um,
that's a part.
mhm.
Mm, dealing with all that craziness. Wild.
And
Wild.
then there was another one where I think a couple models didn't like what they were wearing
Mm,
or how their look was assembled. And maybe, maybe I just don't fuss enough. Maybe
mhm.
I'm just too go with the flow. But to me, I thought that's what I did. When I signed up to be a canvas so that I can wear your art and show it to the world. Like, I'm
Right.
just a vessel. So it's kind of like,
No, because you know what happens with sometimes models, and this is how you know real models versus the others, and that's no shade. A real model know they are a hanger.
yes,
Period. The others think the show is about them. That's
yes,
why they'll do weird poses at the end of the runway that you've expressed. Don't do
yes,
that. Don't let's not do that. But that's why that happens because they want to make the show about them and not the clothes. And that was another. I learned that a couple years ago, but that was another thing I had to learn. Like you can't pick models from that first interaction. You can tell who thinks it's about them versus the pieces.
yes,
So, yeah, you are just not just you are part of the show, but you are a coat hanger, and your job is to make the clothes look good. It's not about you, even though I dress you up. It's to put the look together. So
yes,
they have to learn, and I had to learn.
yes,
So,
yes. It's gotten
yes,
better though.
yeah. So it's gonna be interesting whenever I do the next fashion show.
I'm excited because there's just so much experience and knowledge gained in the interim that I know that the systems and processes have already been elevated.
I think
So I'm
so.
excited.
We're gonna see. I don't know when it's gonna be. Y'all leave me alone. But at some point.
Just don't do like Rihanna and her album, okay? We don't want to wait that long.
We still waiting.
Still waiting.
Well, I think that's it for the live. You got anything else?
If you're not already subscribed, I say do so. It's not only about clothes, it's about community, it's about connecting. If you want to be seen, if you've ever wanted to be considered, if you've ever wanted to invest your dollars, I say this to everyone that I meet. I love sharing the brand. I don't even tell them that I know the owner, I've gotten to know the owner. I always tell them how we met
Mhm,
because when I think of MA929, two words come into mind: essential and consideration, right?
mhm,
And I say essential because the pieces go through all seasons.
mhm,
Like, it's all seasons. It can do so many things. It's like having the perfect to go bag. So you have leggings, you have sports bras, but these are things that make you feel confident in the skin that you're in. Because I don't know if people know this, but like, you think of the simplest things, like when you do the bras, right? I didn't even know this because if you don't have boobs, you wouldn't think about it. You're like, I want them to feel supported. So I'm like, okay, it's a bra, it supports. You're like, no, you need support from the side, and then you want it to go up a little bit, but not too much in your chest. And I'm like, I don't have any boobs. I don't know what you're talking about.
But you see
But
how they
then,
pop up.
but when you have, when you have a customer, and when we went to New Orleans, you had a customer who said, "My daughter
Yes, New
runs track,
Orleans.
and this is the perfect bra because it keeps it in place." And she stretched it, and it was almost like a bondage material. Like it had some flex that if you needed it to expand and fit your body, it would. But you're not flopping everywhere. And it clicked to me. I said, "That's what she meant by support." See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a runner, so I'm not thinking about everything moving and juggling.
Yeah,
But now that she said it, and then you have ladies that come in, I wear a G. Do you have something to accommodate me? And you're like,
yes,
yes, I do. And they're
yes,
just so genuinely happy that they were considered. I think
right.
for me, that's what it is. It's
100%.
seeing people experience your thoughts and your
Yes,
consideration, and for people that you haven't even met yet.
yes. I've had some curvy girls, and they'll come. I mean, it's almost like a whisper. You got some in my size, and do come on over here. Oh, my phone just died on the live.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
that is insane. All of the issues on this dang on thing. So that I guess that's not gonna save. Well, I think it will save on here, and then I'll be able to.
Upload it again.
Uh-huh. So
Okay.
anyway, thank you guys for joining. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for the journey. Those of you who have been rocking with MA929 for a while. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just want to say, if you're building something, if God put something in your heart to do something, I don't care what it looks like, just keep going, do it, because Matthew 9:29, remember what the varsity jacket says. And with faith, let it be done unto you. So that's it. That's all I got. Dang, not that the phone died.
That
Now,
is
one thing I
insane.
cannot do is technology.
Next time we know, just leave it plugged into an outlet.
Girl, why did this happen? And look at this. I can't even get back on here to say goodnight. Okay, I think I can right now. Hold on. I ain't doing it. Child, thank you for joining me. Yay. All right. So I will talk to y'all later. All right. Good night. Thank you, Cece.
Good night.
Good night. And stream.